Good evening and thanks for joining us. They don't call it High River for nothing. 8 long days after the Highwood River almost swallowed this town of 13,000, some residents are finally getting word they can return home tomorrow. It's still an unbelievable scene. The mayor has asked the province to take over operations in the town. On the outskirts of High River tonight, our Crystal Gomansing, who was allowed in today only briefly. Crystal?
Eric, we were escorted in by the RCMP and escorted right back out the second after that update. But I can tell you about 1,000 property owners will be able to access their homes starting tomorrow. And those not in the approved re-entry zone, they will be able to head in on buses to at least get a sense of what they're dealing with. In this makeshift neighborhood, news spreads about the re-entry plan. The overwhelming reaction? It's about time.
Our neighbors on each side had water, and if we could have pumped them out, they only had about that much. But it's sat there all week now, so.
It's been more than a week of uncertainty and news that areas safe for residents are being reopened.
Tomorrow, residents will be able to re-enter their homes in a small portion of the northwest part of the city.
After more than a week of uncertainty, a few areas that are safe for residents are being reopened. More will follow next week. But some in the hardest hit locations may not be able to return home until mid-July. The mayor says it's been a stressful and trying time. He turned over the town's operations to the province.
There are powers the province has and resources and expertise the province can marshal that are far beyond what our council can do. Many
are angry and frustrated with the mayor, at times confronting him at news conferences.
I think it's a good idea. I think it could have happened a lot sooner, but I'm glad that he's now handed over the reins and maybe we can get things moving a little faster.
Last night, all the tension residents have been feeling for days boiled over when they learned the RCMP had seized hundreds of firearms while doing safety checks in the deserted community. Premier Alison Redford begrudgingly addressed that issue.
They went into houses where there were firearms that weren't properly secured, and as opposed to leaving them sitting on fireplace mantles in a town that was evacuated, they secured those guns.
All lawfully owned guns will be returned. With the re-entry announcement and the province at the helm, the hope is that tensions will fade.
So give me your patience, give me your understanding and cooperation, and I'm confident that we can do this together. As you can see by the people standing behind me, we're all here to work for you and the residents of High River.
This is a very emotional issue. Many of the people we talked to unable to go on camera because they were crying. The re-entry for some of those people tomorrow at noon. The buses will start running tonight and continue daily. Eric?
Thanks, Crystal. Crystal, just on the outskirts of High River tonight.